Hi guys, DK here with another update on developments with DKUI. Today, there's a couple of interesting new developments with the slider controls that I'd like to take you over. So we're back on this this built-up page with the box and the sphere in it, and we can adjust the diameter of the sphere via the slider, and we can make the box bigger or smaller, however we like, and we can move this box along the y-axis. So first thing I'd like to show you, and I'm reasonably excited about this actually. Up until now, the interaction between a DKUI slider and the Rhino environment has happened at the point that you release the mouse. So you can move the slider back and forth, but it's only when you release it that the data is actually sent through to Grasshopper, and we get an update on the on this diameter here. Now, if you've got a slider in your DKUI and you'd like live updates, what's now possible is if you take a copy of your value input panel, and this needs to have the current version of this naming in here. So if you update this, you actually have to do this again. But if you now put on the end of there live in capitals, and then start moving your slider, you'll see that this panel is updated live with the movement of the slider. So you can now, if I take this sphere diameter and put it into this panel, we can now adjust the diameter of the sphere in real time. And when we importantly, if we watch the main value input, that doesn't change live, but will update on release, because this is the if you set up any sort of state saving system, this is the one that will be used for saving state, and this will need to be updated after you move the next move the slider. So yeah, that is live updates on number sliders. The next thing is all of our DKUI user inputs. We had feedback this week that they weren't compatible with non-ASCII characters, and we've gone through and actually I've gone through and remade all of these user inputs to be compatible with Unicode. So if we grab this Ni Hao Ma in Chinese here, we can, if we plug that into the name, we will update, and we will have an encoding of this these Unicode characters, now naming this this particular value input. Now, what's going to happen here is we'll no longer have the live update, so we have to reconnect to our value, and now our value works. So that's and if we want to get back to having a live update, we can copy this panel and we can rename it with a live suffix, and now we are back to being live again. I'm going to reconnect this to here, delete this, and there'll just be one more example. This is not just for Chinese characters, of course. We can This supports all Unicode, including emojis. So we've now got an emoji, or basketball emoji instead of ball on here, and of course our controls will work perfectly with that setup. So that is our that's the update to supporting Unicode, and this works on all of our value inputs. And I did want to go over here. We now have some new changes to the to our page server as well. One of those is the ability to turn the page on and off. Previously, this was triggered once, and you couldn't close it. So now you have the ability to turn that on and off. And what I've also done is disconnect the warning. Well, if I connect this close Rhino back up, and I press and I close here, it'll come up with a warning wanting me to close my my Rhino document. I'll click no, and that'll pop back up. If I toggle this to false or just leave it unconnected, we'll just close and not close our UI window without that warning and without closing Rhino down if we select yes. Of course, you'll need to toggle the show to bring that back up. And for Windows only for the time being, I'm going to put a 0.5 slider. We now have the ability to control where the DKUI window comes up when we open it. So I'm going to plug this 0.5 into these the page X and page Y here. And now if I turn my UI window off and turn it back on, this top corner of this box is now 50% across my screen and 50% down. So if I was to move that to say 0.2, we are now 20% by 20% is where that top corner is. And every time we close and open, it'll reopen there. Now this is tied to the screen that Rhino is on. So on multi-monitor setups, this will open in this location relative to the top corner of the screen that Rhino is on at the time. Of course, I can't show you that on this recording, but this is for the time being a Windows only control. There are there's just some slight interoperation issues with this working on Mac OS. So I'll just delete this off here, and we can toggle our UI, and that brings it back up. And I think that covers all the changes there. Some exciting new developments, and I'm particularly let me just show it again. Particularly this ability to now have a live connection between your slider and your and the geometry or the controls in Rhino, I think is a really nice step forward. As always, guys, if you appreciate what the work that's been going on into DKUI, and you'd like to contribute to the cause, you can come up here. This by DK a beer. If you select this object and just drop it onto the canvas, your browser will open up with this to this link for donations to the cause. Buy me a beer. It certainly does help with motivation with working on this this platform and being able to improve it and yeah, just make it work better for all of us. If you have any questions, probably the best way to get in touch with me is via the questions or drop questions in the comments below, or I'm known as Kiteboard Shaper on the Rhino discourse, and yeah, I'll be pretty easy to track down there. Thanks very much.